Hey y'all, it's Perkyy. In today's video, we have another reaction to these theories on TikTok that will make you question reality that you guys have sent over Discord edition. I want to say thank you guys in advance for everyone that has partaken in, adding the Discord, sending over the videos. Let's go ahead and get into the video. First video is from Rick.
It's possible that
That
they
was
could
recent.
come for me because I'm very outspoken about it. But if you ever hear that something happened, that I died, I'm not depressed. I didn't commit. I'm telling you right now that we need to stand up and fight. So just remember, if something happens to me, it's because I've been telling the truth and they don't want that truth to continue going out there. But I did not kill myself. I am not depressed. I'm very happy and I am very excited to be alive at this time in human history, because this is the sign of the times. All the stuff that is bad is going away and all the truths are coming to light.
All right, it's 12:41 on May 20th, and I was supposed to be interviewing Dr. Rashid Buttar right now, and I literally just found out right now that he's not going to be on today's show because he is deceased.
Oh.
And I don't have the words to articulate what he meant to me. So I just found this out 11 minutes ago.
Wow, that's recent.
So I'm just going to re-air our interview from last week, and my thoughts and prayers go out to Rashid Buttar, Dr. Rashid Buttar, the late, great Dr. Rashid Buttar, and to his family. He's a great friend of mine. I'll miss him.
Ali speaks on the players and cloning.
Because sometimes players are not on the field. It's fake. Sometimes they are on the field. You see them dropping like flies lately? Just drop it. Like fly all over soccer, football, wrestling, all over the place. They just drop it. You see the fake ambulances blowing up? There's a reason for that. There's another thing that happens. Cloning in the players' playground. Some of them are not the players that you see. Some of them have on prosthetics. Some of them are, I'd say, creatures. They're hybrid. That does exist. Where their DNA is taken, again, for cloning facilities, like hair shaved, teeth pulled out, DNA taken, things like that. So let's say they break their hand quickly. There's something that can be used with machines. So med beds. We all know about med beds, right? So there's a definition of med beds going on backwards right now. If somebody hurts themselves, they can get, well, like that in sports, because it's a DNA thing. They take their DNA, they use that for cloning facilities, they re-bring them back, and they're back to playing. Even though they may be a shitty player, they need their face. So let's say some of them don't even have, some of them have one leg. Some of them, you'll see them dribbling together. It'll look like somebody carried the basketball over to the hoop. Like, you know, those three-pointers that don't even look like three-pointers? And you're like, how the hell? And then all the men are like, yeah! Like, but in reality, it's a green screen. Somebody takes that ball and moves it to the hoop and then checks the TV and what's the ratings? Did we go up? Cool. Let's do that again.
Dang.
Your whole world is a stage. How I know that is because I've been up there with them. I had to sleep with one of the players. I didn't sleep with them. I was assaulted by one of the players that had a prosthetic cheek. And when he took it off, like the I don't even know what was going on inside of his mouth. I could smell it. It was gross. Again, the research is endless. And I'm not, why? Who would want to sit here and make this How can you make this
Y'all know we about to play part 2, right? Y'all thought that was just, that's it? No. I'm about to bring up part 2. I'm hearing her because she's saying some stuff. But it sounds crazy to somebody that really does not think that stuff like this is happening. We've had too much information. Like she said, too much research. It's too much research. It's too much stuff that's out for you not to believe what she's saying. I want to know who the person was about the prosthetic cheek. Y'all know anybody that got that smile weird? Or their cheeks look botched? We got to figure out who she was talking about.
So your sports, wrestlers, basketball players, baseball players, any type of sports has numbers, right? You have to maintain your body, your BMI. You have to maintain your stats. Football, you have to maintain your numbers for speed. Those numbers are moved. Go check them out. Those numbers are moved quickly, depending on what they take for sponsors. Now, what goes on upstairs is sponsors in the boxes, or even on the players' playground. What they do is there's traffickers up there that are meeting with people who have promos. Those promos will get them cover magazines, MVP, deals, what's those called when you get to be on like a Coke commercial or you show up somewhere?
Endorsements, yeah.
Endorsements. They're up there in those boxes. Now what they do is they go up there and say, hey, I noticed you played really good today. We can move your numbers around and we can make you the star player. We can put you on a Center magazine. We can get you on this Coke commercial. And then they're like, I want to be the next LeBron. That's why he is LeBron. But you know, legends never die. There's a reason for that. Kobe too. LeBron. And some people asked me in December 2020 when I brought up LeBron, they were like, you're thinking of Kobe? No, all look the same. They just, I'm telling you right now, when I say because I'm telling you other name, but they don't look the same. And there's different dirt. And if you look, their numbers are different. Their base different. Their endorsements are different. If you go to the players that are sitting on the bench, they play way better than them. Men, have you seen that?
Oh.
Have you seen that? Like the ones that are on the centerfolds in the magazines, you can look at the ones that are just like shooting just to practice, and you're like, why?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't he playing? He's not taking the deals yet. He's not upstairs in those boxes to help people do semen snatching. There's females up there that are adults that run up there to stay in those boxes. Those box seats you can get for family. You can get them for friends. You can get special tickets to have people kind of sitting up really high and watching the game instead of sitting in those nosebleed stadium tickets where you got to look down and feel like you're gonna pass out. You don't squeeze your legs and hurt your knees when you're trying to like wipe out people's makeup and get down. You know what I mean? Those seats are expensive seats as well, but when you're sitting up in those box seats, those are the seats that when you're up there, you're making deals. You're making deals for numbers. You're making deals. There's some females up there that go up there to get the player semen. Again, we talked about this a little bit, but getting their semen helps them get pregnant, which gives them child support, which pays their way for 18 years. If you steal a player's semen and you get pregnant, you sign you don't have to sign a non-disclosure. You do not have to sign a prenup. If they're able to bring the DNA back, that's their kid. So some adult females stand up there and track themselves, is basically what I'm saying. And then you that on purpose. And what happened to me is here we go, just again. I have to be in a situation where I'm running down my leg and still somebody came up to me and made sure that they grabbed that to try to get pregnant by the player. Staples Stadium. I called my mom.
What?
It's documented with Child Protective Services. Nobody wanted to talk about it because they're players. Those are your sports team. America is based on what?
What was America based? I don't know who Miss Allie is, but Miss Allie has won my ears. I would like to know some more videos of Miss Allie and the stuff that she knows. She knows a lot. Like I said, it's when the people know the details, when they're able to go down into the nitty gritty of some stuff. You just can't deny it, is what I'm trying to say. Allie knows a lot. But what is America ran off of? I really want to know that because they didn't say, and I'll be feeling like I can't hear sometimes when there's no subtitles. I don't know if anybody else is like that, but I'm starting to get like that where I need subtitles now to hear. That's probably bad.
Okay, I have a spicy conspiracy theory for you today. And I'm just going to start out by saying it's a lot easier to control the masses and control the narrative around something through emotional manipulation.
Absolutely.
So you'll notice if something is considered a tragedy, it's like totally taboo to ask questions about it. Case closed, that's it. So if there's people in the comments that have a problem with this or calling me insensitive for talking about this, that's fine because if it's true, that's the desired outcome. Anyways, this is the crew of the 1986 Challenger space shuttle mission. Infamously, on January 28, 1986, the space shuttle exploded right after takeoff. The disaster was broadcast on live television to 40 million viewers. Two men, Bob Eberling and Roger Boisjolly, worked tirelessly to warn NASA about an issue with the shuttle's O-rings, making calls and warning anyone that would listen going all the way back to October the prior year. They warned that if these O-rings were used on a launch on a day that was below 40 degrees Fahrenheit, that there would be a catastrophe. But of course, no one listened, which automatically kind of makes me think they wanted the catastrophe to happen. Roughly 80 seconds after the launch,
I'm pausing because I don't want you guys to think that the video's out of sync. It is out of sync, but it's not my fault. Does that make sense? Like, if his lips are moving slower than what he's wording out, it's not my fault. It's the video's fault. Just let that be known. I hear what he's saying loud and clear because it is emotional manipulation. You had these people sit here and tell you, hey, if it's literally giving details, if it's this degree at this time, I don't know, they didn't say time, I'm out of my own 2 cents. And boom, 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 then this is going to happen. They still did it anyway. Keep listening.
The shuttle exploded and all 7 crew members lost their lives. This is Judy Resnick, an engineer and pilot aboard the Challenger mission. In 2013, an eagle-eyed internet user found Judith Resnick, a law professor at Harvard Law School. Some people were a little taken aback by the identical name, age, and likeness, so they started digging. This is Michael J. Smith, also an engineer and pilot aboard the Challenger shuttle, who passed away that fateful day in 1986 at the age of 39 years old. This is Dr. Michael J. Smith, professor of engineering at the University of Wisconsin. This is Sharon Krista McCall, arguably one of the most famous things about the Challenger mission. She was supposedly just a teacher that was picked at random to be one of the astronauts, which made it all the more tragic when she passed away due to the Challenger disaster in 1986. This is Sharon A. McAuliffe, also a law professor who received her degree shortly after the Challenger disaster. Dick Scobie was the commander of the mission. Here's Commander Dick Scobie next to Richard Scobie, the CEO of Cows and Trees. Here's his company's original logo. It's a cow, but it's not in a tree. It's strapped to a rocket, and gee, that jet stream kind of looks familiar. In fact, just in case I wasn't making it clear, the top picture is the Challenger ship shortly after exploding. So, you know, Astronauts Ronald McNair and Ellison Onizuka both passed away when the Challenger shuttle exploded. Miraculously, it was found out that they both had twin brothers, Carl McNair and Claude Onizuka. But ancestry searches were done for both Carl and Claude, and there was no birth records found. And the odds of two sets of identical twins in a crew of 7 are astronomical. But that's just a theory. Rest in peace to the crew of the Challenger space shuttle mission.
This is my favorite video. None of them are dead. They sat here, known the consequences of something, because again, it was an agenda that had to be pushed out. Because the thing is, you can control the masses with emotional manipulation. So they made all these people, these 7 go up. What do you say? Like it was not a couple seconds, but it was seconds in, and then the thing exploded. Knowing the consequences that they were going to have to face with the information that they were given prior to sending the rocket up, right? And then they found these people. They're not dead. Control the masses with emotional manipulation. This is my favorite video. I'm gonna have to replay this. I'm not gonna replay this because I'm not like, no, we just watched 3 minutes. No, I'm gonna replay this on my own time. This is my favorite video.
They didn't call him dinosaur, they called him dragon. The word dinosaur wasn't made up till 1841. It's a brand new word in the dictionary. I got some old dictionaries and looked for the word dinosaur. Even in 1891, the word was not in the dictionary. They called them dragons. Bible mentions dragons 34 times.
Does.
Even in the 1946 dictionary, listed as now rare. As the population of people began to grow after the flood, the population of dinosaurs began to go down. Because nobody wants to live next door to a dragon. How many grizzly bears are roaming loose in the woods right here in Bucks County? None, right? How many were there 400 years ago, you think? Probably a whole bunch of them. Gilgamesh is famous for slaying a dragon. A Chinese legend tells about a guy named Yu. It says after the Great Flood, they surveyed the land of China and divided it into sections. He built channels to drain the water off to the sea and make the land livable again. Many snakes and dragons were driven from the marshlands. This piece of pottery from Egypt shows 2 long-necked dinosaurs. Why would they put dragons and dinosaurs on different pieces of pottery that are found from ancient civilizations? What are these dragons? And the Bible talks about a fiery flying serpent. What is this? Herodotus in 400 BC reported the fiery flying serpents. You might want to read that story sometime. The fiery flying, anyway. In the book of Job, it talks about out of his mouth, Leviathan, go burning lamps and sparks of fire leap out. Out of his nostrils go a smoke. Alexander the Great reported dragons when he conquered part of India. Saddam spent a fortune rebuilding the ancient city of Babylon. On the ancient Babylonian walls, which they rebuilt, they found carvings of lions and dragons. This is from 600 BC. How would they know about dragons in 600 BC? Some were still alive, still lived with man. Why would they put dragons on the walls of the city, the Ishtar Gate in Babylon? It's over there right now if you want to go see.
Shout out Horace, what it means to be programmed.
Now, this is what it means to be programmed, aka a bot, aka sleep. You don't remember coming to this earth, and then you're forced to go to school to learn corrupted knowledge about the world. And since this is the first information that you're receiving and you're so young, you think that it's correct automatically. Because this is the only lifestyle that you know, you automatically think it's normal. Why is that as soon as we come here, we already have our whole life planned for us? We have to go to school, we have to go to work, we have to do these things. Who's behind that, and who gave them the power to do that? Because we think that's normal, we don't question it and we just go with the flow.
I don't care what nobody said. That NASA one with the whole sending out the rocket and then it exploding and the emotional manipulation, my favorite. Because that's deep. I just ain't never seen nothing like that before. How come I wasn't taught that in school? Conspiracy theories that y'all have sent over, y'all, these have been getting better and better. And I have some new people on the list. Again, I have so much content, so if you're like, how come you haven't got to mine yet? Hey, I sent mine. We just going down the list, so we're going in order. I had a bunch of people send some stuff, and I kind of didn't do it. Then I got on it, which is what y'all have been seeing for the past, couple weeks now? So I will get to your video. Stall me out. I'm getting there, y'all. I'm getting there. I love this video today. Like I said, the videos are getting better and better. I'm really learning a lot. I'm really seeing some things, I'm really understanding some things, and I'm really reshaping and reprogramming my mindset, because this right here, y'all, is crazy. It is deep. I'm messing with this background. I don't care what nobody say. Y'all, this is the coldest background y'all have ever seen on YouTube. Don't play. Don't even try to downplay. Y'all know this is the coldest background ever. But I love and appreciate each and every single one of you guys. All honor, all esteem, all glory goes to my Lord Yahuwah and my Adonai Yahushua Mashiach for blessing me with everything. I am just an empty vessel that they're working in and through, so I gotta give credit and honor where it is due. This their channel, this not my channel. I pray y'all have a blessed one. I will see y'all in the next one. Shalom, shalom.
You can't bring me down, I know who I belong to, yeah. What? I won't sell my soul, I know my worth.